From the Motor City, welcome to Detroit and an Eastern Conference contest for the Pistons. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports as we get set to bring you some terrific NBA action. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony as well as Doris Burke. And we've got David Aldridge on the sideline. And, of course, Patrick Beverley, a new phase in his career, playing today as a Detroit Piston for the first time.
Man, that trade is something that has just electrified this entire fan base, the players, the people.
Now let's send it down to David Aldridge, standing by from the sidelines. David?
Well, guys, Stan Van Gundy has coached the likes of...
Thanks, D.A. And Drummond is just a hulk of a man. He's really the backbone of this team. Now here we are, Doris. Two teams that make a living feasting off the glass. Great rebounding teams. What kind of temperament does that breed for tonight's game?
Well, I think we can expect an incredibly physical matchup. Tremendous effort from both sides. Because of that physicality, though, Kev, emotions could run high. So Cleveland will get the first possession. All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. So on the floor for Cleveland. Inside, we got the tenacious Love and Thompson. Thomas is out there with DJ. And it's Crowder in at the three, the small forward. Bradley dishes to Jackson. Over Thompson. Kick pounds off the rim, but it sinks right in.
And just enough wiggle room to get off his shot.
Oh, I'll tell you, that's good basketball. You have to get a little creative against the big man, but I love his initiative.
Lost the ball.
Bradley,
no, got burned.
Him. Misses the three. Crowder kicks to DJ. Dishes it to Thompson.
And the assist.
Good off the glass.
Yeah, there are several ways that Thompson can be a factor on the offensive end, and he is still adding to that arsenal.
Jackson kicks to Drummond. Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Lure the screen. Shot clock
I didn't want to do that.
For the three. And
I got burned.
gets it to go on the assist by Harris.
Well, I love how self-assured Avery Bradley has become. On the catch and shoot, there's no hesitation.
Here's Holmes, and it's back by Drummond. They get it back. Nice shot by Thompson.
Just an innate ability to rebound the basketball and then make the defense pay.
Already, I mean, we are seeing the full range of his skill set on display. Get ready for a big-time game from this guy.
Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Here's Thomas. First shot, first basket.
He's able to catch up to me and get in front of me. How much sense does that make?
4 out of 5 to start.
I couldn't even get away from him, like he was pulling me from behind.
And that replay presented by Under Armour, showing us the fantastic steal that led to that fast break finish. Another unleashed chaos moment. Here's Drummond. Back to Lure from about 19 feet. That's good on the jump shot. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Now, here's Holmes. We saw him go on a scoring rampage last game, and no good, trying to use the glass. The Pistons trailing. Drummond a screen. Jackson kicks to Harris. Pass to Drummond. Over Love. And
it would just turn and box me out.
Is clearly a
like I literally could not get around him.
There's no way that shot's going to be blocked.
That's what I've always hated about this. It's like if they don't want you getting around them, trust me, you're not getting around them.
Thompson with the bucket. Thompson's got 6.
Boy, I'm not sure how DJ is able to make that pass. That's phenomenal. He must have eyes in the back of his head.
Jackson kicks to Drummond.
Yet they can get around me at will.
Guys back and forth this first half.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
Pass to Holmes. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Thomas against Jackson. Lock at 6.
It's like I can't even get out of my own way.
Here's Crowder, and he dunks it down.
Isn't this what we've come to expect the great point guards to do? Thomas effective spotting his teammates when they're open.
Drummond with a screen on Thomas. Jackson passes to Drummond. Good D by Thompson.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Well, so quick off the pass. I mean, Crowder timing that shot perfectly, staying one step ahead of the defense.
Jackson kicks to Lure. The Pistons working the ball around now. Bradley dishes to Drummond. Over Thompson. Drummond with another miss.
My goodness, get right in his grill and force him to alter the shot. That's tough defense in the post.
Thomas passes to Holmes. And that one's good. His second basket of 4, shooting 50%.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Bradley kicks to Lure. Back to Bradley. Over DJ. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Drummond. And here's a look now at the shot chart showing the field goals attempted locations for Shumpert.
And when you come into a game with the mindset of going right at the rim and not settling for outside shots, this is what your shot chart will look like. Every chance they've had to either attack the paint or play back to the basket, they've taken it, and it's been a complete success thus far.
Cleveland leading by 6. Guys, this offense very effective.
And guys, the defense has been no match. They've just picked them apart.
To the paint, here's Jackson. Basket counts. Jackson's got his second basket of the night.
Well, Kev, Avery Bradley seeing the floor so well. This guy has improved in every phase of the game.
Now, here's Holmes. He's guarded closely over Bradley. And again, the basket is good from DJ. Holmes got 6 points.
From the opening tip, he's been active and working for good looks. He's been pretty accurate.
Drummond sets the screen for Jackson. Lobbed up there for Drummond.
Shots are just flowing from him right now, having a really strong quarter.
Cleveland with the ball. They lead by 4. They put up a nice win against Detroit the last time out.
Yeah, unfortunately for them, I thought the opponent's defense just never showed up.
I mean, you'd have to question their effort, Greg. They did a great job at penetrating and kicking out. The defense simply wasn't up to the task.
Shot by Crowder, no good.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Bradley dishes to Jackson. Back to Bradley. Over DJ. Tries again. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, I don't know if any big man has the combination of strength, speed, and hops that Drummond has, not to mention his length, an unreal physical specimen. And watching Andre Drummond play, he's really just an old school type center. I mean, he eats up space in the middle and finishes plays in close. Not a skill guy who can pull a defender away from the basket.
No good on the free throw. And with Drummond, he does play like towering centers of decades past.
Yeah, I mean, he isn't great at moving the ball around or hitting shots from range, but his size and athleticism are elite and one of the best.
So this is what I mean, like
in our game.
You just completely stopping me from getting around you.
And the basket for the 4th time from the field. He's a healthy 4 for 6.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Outside Jackson. Right wing. Thompson against Drummond. Good D by Thompson. Crowder kicks to Thomas. Crowder the pass to Holmes.
Here's Thomas, 11 feet
And
out.
then you're just able to just push me out the
And
way.
it's a 7-point Cavalier lead.
You simply have to love watching Isaiah Thomas shoot the basketball, one of the most dangerous scorers in the game.
Drummond sets the screen for Jackson. He dishes it to Drummond. Over Thomas. And here's
I shouldn't have gone after that. I should have just left it alone.
Bradley's got 6 points.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
DJ dishes to Thompson. Bradley on the double team. DJ kicks to Thomas. 6 to shoot. Over Jackson. Up again. Great positioning on the putback. And the Cavaliers lead by 6.
How about he has yet to miss 4-4 to start?
Unloads from 13. Drummond. It's good on the putback.
And not afraid to say it. If Drummond isn't the best rebounder in the NBA, he's got to be in the top 3. That goes for both ends of the floor. Just no way to hold him in check on the board.
Holmes can't get it to go in. Detroit's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Harris passes to Bradley. He kicks it to Lure. Harris outside. Out to the wing. Here's Drummond. Good D by Thompson. Cleveland leading by 4. Crowder with it. Now guarded by Bradley. Thomas, that's
Now
good.
see, I didn't even go that way. I was going to the right, and I just get sucked right into there. That's the type of shit I'm talking about. I was trying to make my play. Go to the right to go around them, and I get sucked right
What else
in.
impressed me? How infectious his tenacity was. Simply a wrecking ball on the boards, collected huge amounts of rebounds.
Hey, we're not seeing the best quarter by this guy, and he's lost his feel a little bit.
And it's DJ missing.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Bradley kicks to Drummond. Drummond is doubled. Back to Bradley. And the foul called on DJ. That is his first foul of the game. For the Pistons, Willie Reed, he's checked in for John Lure. And it's Patrick Beverly in for Reggie Jackson.
I gotta pause this. It's not like I have anybody really watching me anyway. If you're watching, I'll be right back. I gotta change loads.
Lasagna?
No, it's not done yet.
I smell it though. Emmy! Emmy, come here! Come on, Emmy, come here!
Beverly with the ball. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Drummond. That's good. He's 5 for 9.
And not everyone can shoot this well at his size.
Yeah, there's no question about it. Guys with size don't necessarily translate into great shooters, but boy, does he show great confidence knocking that down.
Here's DJ. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. Holmes got 10 points.
Well, I'll tell you, he's been a go-to guy for them as they've taken this lead, and he keeps coming.
Beverly dishes to Drummond. Back to Beverly. At the elbow, it's Harris. And Detroit again with the bucket.
And already you're seeing great execution from both teams.
Well, I like the synergy, right? The ball is moving well, and they're seeing that hard work pay off.
Right wing for 3. Love. Good, and the assist goes to Thomas. Thomas got his 4th assist in this one.
Well, we know he's one of the best shooting bigs in the league. You have to respect Kevin Love from beyond the arc.
And Beverly kicks to Harris. Drummond a screen. And it's Harris off the drive with the tip. Jay Crowder pulls it in. Cleveland leading by 8. He feeds it to DJ. Back to Crowder. Thomas passes to Thompson. The dish to DJ. And that basket pushes the lead to double digits. He's got 12.
I'll tell you, this guy will not stop pouring it on. It doesn't matter what approach they've tried to use against him. He has had an answer for everything.
And now the first timeout called here for Detroit. Tough loss coming against Cleveland in their last game played.
And no one expected them.
And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. And so in the game for the Cavaliers, inside we got the tenacious Love and Thompson. Kyle Korver is out there with DJ, and it's Shumpert in at the 3 spot. Now here's Jackson, guarded by Holmes. Kicks it to Bradley. To the wing right side. New 24-second clock for Detroit. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. The Pistons shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight.
And it's been an average year, really, at the free throw line for this group, only around 75%.
First free throw is good. Doris, back in college, you earned a master's in education. How close were you to pursuing that path versus veering into becoming an analyst for basketball games?
Yeah, you know, to be honest with you, I always felt like I would be a high school teacher and a basketball coach, and someday maybe I'll coach a boys high school basketball team. Very close, Kevin. I happened into broadcasting. I left coaching at Providence College. They put their women's basketball games on radio, and that was my entree into the business, and slowly but surely it grew every year.
And you're just able to stop me from moving anywhere. That makes a lot of fucking sense.
Oh, there's no question about it. You are trying to help that viewer to be as close to the action as we are.
But then when I'm going to stop you, I get called for a foul. See, that's the shit that makes no sense.
Broadcasting. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, DJ in the last matchup against the Pistons had a huge game. He had an incredible number of points, and that was just the start of it. He wound up with a triple-double in what was quite a display for him. A very solid stat line for him in what was a terrific outing.
No rebound, only 3 assists. Come on now.
Going, Kevin.
Thanks, David. It was a performance that not many players are capable of.
I know I won't forget it for a while, and you have to think he'll keep it rolling here tonight. When you're that hot, it takes a while to cool down.
I think that's the kind of game that carries over, and he'll have every chance to do it because I've got to believe he's their #1 option.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
For Detroit, they have made 2/3 of their free throws tonight, 6 of 9 to be exact. That free throw, no good.
Well, Kevin, how about the remarkable improvement of Avery Bradley over time? Once strictly a dominant defender, this guy can make threes, he can drive the lane. There isn't an aspect of the game where he hasn't grown.
Mr. Cole, I will follow back, and I was
And the Cavs, once again, looking to will their way, Doris, to a title. Every year, the competition seems to grow fiercer.
Yes, but they seem to be a team that thrives on adversity. Think back to 2016 when they overcome that 3-1 deficit. Last season, it was the largest second-half comeback in playoff history. There's no quit in these Cavaliers.
Thompson with the rebound. Thompson's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's DJ.
That's off too. God.
The Cavaliers again can't hit. Pistons trail by 8. Jackson dishes to Drummond. Bradley with room to shoot. With nobody on him, he buries the jumper. Bradley's got 9.
Yeah, Bradley has developed this nice mid-range stroke, and you've got to guard him better than the defense did there.
And Thompson kicks to Love. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. Thompson, high post. Here's DJ. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. 14 points for DJ.
Listen, Kev, this guy, one of the more reliable scorers in the league, night in and night out.
Outside Jackson. Drummond in the post, working on Thompson. And here's Bradley from 3. Rebound Love. The Cavaliers leading by 8. Out of bounds, Detroit takes possession. The field for the three-point contest is about to be finalized. And I'll tell you, we have some shooters here who are going to make this year's event a very heated competition.
Kevin, it always is. There's more pride involved in the three-point contest than in any other part of All-Star Weekend. Each one of those guys wants to prove they are the best shooter in the world.
You look at DJ, he's all the way up there at number 2 in the voting for the three-point contest. Fans and the media know that he is one of the premier long-distance shooters in the league today.
And Kevin, not to take anything away from the other facets of his game, but let's face it, that three-point shooting is what puts him on a whole nother level.
The voting is just about over, so we'll keep updating you on how it's going. Some very deserving names at the top of this year's list.
Yeah, no problems with the voting thus far. I think the fans and media have done their homework and picked the best shooters in the league.
Foul on the play, basket counts, so it'll be a three-point play chance. That'll put Tristan Thompson on the line. It's going to be on Avery Bradley. For Cleveland, they haven't made a mistake at the line yet. 10 of 10.
And in terms of team numbers, the free throw percentage is right at 74.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. Thomas is checked in.
One shot.
And the free throw, no good. Doris, some players, no matter how hard they try, can't make free throws in games. You spent a lot of your playing time at the line, playing guard for Providence. Why do you think this mental block is there for some players?
It's amazing the power of the mind relative to sports performance, right, Kevin?
Yes.
Because I do believe very often this can be much more about the mental than the physical side of it. Think back to Shaquille O'Neal, Dwight Howard, guys who are physically massive, and they say the size of their hand impacts their ability to shoot it. But to me, there is no question about it that sometimes it's just you're afraid. It's like the yips in golf. You just can't figure it out. And it becomes a scary place to be, standing alone on the free throw line.
Good comparison.
Agile play to get his hand in there and get the steal. Intelligent play to immediately start the break.
Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over. DJ really making a difference here.
He is on a major role today. This timeout was desperately needed. They've got to come up with a new game plan designed to shut him down.
And while we've got a chance, let's check out the stats for Holmes. Tops in scoring, first in rebounding, and with his incredible court vision, he's first in the league in assists per game.
And his scoring abilities are just so far out of sight. #1 overall right now. No one's been able to slow him down or even come close. Bradley with the ball, now guarded by DJ. Here's the three, and there's the call on Andre Drummond. That is his first foul of the game.
Boy, the way he's been going, he is not going to be the guy to turn this around.
The Cavaliers leading by 10. Now DJ, 16 points for him. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Boy, some strong arm work inside gets DJ to the line. Good to see him get physical in the low box.
It's his first trip to the line. No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2. The Pistons have gone 4 of 10 in the second quarter from the field. It's stolen by Korver. The pass to Thompson. Thomas kicks to Holmes. Shoots over Bradley. Holmes can't get it to go in. Pistons trail by 11. Passes it to Lure. Back to Bradley. Outside Jackson. Feeds it to Drummond. And the layup's good off the glass. Drummond's got it back down to within single digits for Detroit.
He doesn't do some of the damage that other big men do on the perimeter, but inside, Drummond's got just as much game as anybody.
Korver passes to Love. Pulls it from the elbow. Detroit with the rebound. The Cavaliers beat them last time when these two teams met in Cleveland.
Yeah, I remember last time they met up, they just got ran out of the building. They weren't too happy with some of the calls in that game either.
Yeah, their starters got into foul trouble, and it felt as if some of the calls were tick-tack, no doubt, but nonetheless, damage was done.
Thomas dishes to Korver. Love with the screen on Lure. Korver kicks to Love. Offensive rebound, Thompson. The layup off target.
Well, look at how well the defense does to cut his path to the basket. Comes up empty on what might have been an easy play.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
The Cavaliers leading by 4.
Why have I tried to steal the ball from my own man?
And that time, also a missed shot. Detroit's gotten into trouble with the 3 ball in the second quarter, only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. Holmes kicks to Thomas, and he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Thomas got 9.
It never ceases to amaze Isaiah Thomas's ability to score oversized.
Outside Bradley. Jackson passes to Drummond, and Thompson sends it back. The feed to DJ, the 17-footer. The putback, rebound, Detroit. Lure's got 4 rebounds in this game. And here's Jackson. He's got 6. Drummond a screen. Back to Jackson. 6 on the shot clock. Lobbed up there for Drummond. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Looking to get back on track here. Holmes can't get it to go in.
He's obviously still trying to find the range. No success this quarter. You wonder what it would take to get him to pass the ball.
Bradley can't get it to go.
A little ambitious on that possession, trying to hit a shot in the face of that defensive pressure.
Count it, good.
Well, you have to stay attached to Isaiah Thomas because in catch-and-shoot situations, this guy is ready to fire.
Outside Jackson. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Harris against Corver. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. Doris, seems like every position on the floor is doing more multitasking these days. Asked to do more, play differently. So when you're thinking about guards, which do you think do the best job of generating offense, say, out of the post?
Well, the preeminent player that comes to mind is Dwayne Wade. And this is a guy who at his prime athletically was as good in the transition game as anybody in the history of the game. I know you had certain NBA analysts who have called him arguably one of the best 2 guards to ever play it. The current iteration of this guy is probably DeMar DeRozan, right? We talk about the loss of the mid-range. Well, DeMar DeRozan is excellent in the mid-range, and now they're starting to put him in the low post and let him use his size and his length to create a little fadeaway jump shot. Really pretty to watch and effective for any number of guards.
You nailed it. And Harris drops them both.
Boy, his free throw shooting has been on the mark tonight. Nothing new there, right?
Dishes it to DJ. Pass to Love. Here's Holmes. And out of bounds. The Pistons will take it. And a look now at the 4 areas where shots can come from. The paint, mid-range, and shots from deep, all broken down for the Pistons.
And the one thing that jumps out at me when you look at that shot chart is just how little scoring they get from out above the free throw line extended 3-point range. They've got to get more points from out high if they want to improve their offense.
Outside Jackson. Pass to Drummond. And there's a whistle. He was going up for a layup, and while it looked like there was some contact, I wasn't sure they were going to call it a foul shot or not, but sure enough they have. So he'll head to the free throw line. 3 trips to the line so far for him in this one.
He struggled mightily at the free throw line in their last game.
Free throw no good for Drummond.
And love how he's getting himself to the line this quarter. If he keeps it up, it'll end up creating some foul problems on the other side, and that can always help a team's cause.
It's deflected. Now here's Bradley. 12 points for him. Drummond with a screen on Thomas. Here's Jackson. Here's Drummond. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. Jackson's got assist number 5 here tonight. Corver kicks to Holmes. Sinks the 3-pointer. DJ's got 20.
Boy, what a quick trigger on that jump shot. That's what you want from DJ, right? No hesitation. Just catch it and shoot it.
The dish to Lure. To the middle. And Drummond kicks to Lure. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Cleveland leading by 5. DJ dishes to Thomas. Here's Holmes. 20 points for him. And it's sent back by Drummond.
Drummond mixes defensive smarts with elite physical tools, and that's what makes him a solid defender. He's going to get his hands on a few shots each and every game. If you're going in amongst the trees, you have got to be aggressive.
Well, he went all in there. He embraces the challenge and somehow finishes with the layup.
The Pistons have made 9 free throws in the game, 14 attempts. Willie Reed, he's checked in for the Pistons. Patrick Beverly comes in for Reggie Jackson. And a switch here also for Cleveland. J.R. Smith's checked in for Kyle Korver. Here's DJ.
Come on now.
They're fortunate to be in front given how shaky he's been from the floor tonight.
Ain't that the truth?
Bradley can't get it to go. Cavaliers leading. Smith kicks to Holmes.
And another breath.
Yes,
oh,
Smith
finally.
with the assist that time. And it's now 23 points for DJ. Well, the grimace of pain tells it all. He's hurt, and let's hope he's okay.
Yeah, it looks like he's in real pain. Definitely a concern right now.
Well, these are the moments that can be gut-wrenching for him and his team, right? Anytime you see an injury like this, certainly your heart goes out to him and to his family.
Langston Galloway's checked in for the Pistons. And Cleveland also making a change. Zizic is checked in. Here's Harris. And again, it's the Pistons missing. Cleveland leading by 5. Here's DJ. And the whistle.
And one.
So
Thank you.
here for a three-point play.
Time.
Boy, he has exploded. You couldn't ask for a better quarter from a guy.
And now teams getting into the middle of the season. The truth is, it's a grind, Doris. You know it. You've covered it. 82 games. In your opinion, is that the right amount in terms of 82 games in a regular season?
I would say to you, it doesn't matter if it's the right amount. I think the reality is this is the business of the NBA. It's been 82 games for as long as I can remember, certainly in my lifetime of fandom, Kevin. So the reality is what we need to do is address the schedule. And you're starting to see that, shortening the preseason, stretching out those windows where you're not getting 4 games in 5 nights and the back-to-backs, particularly when there's back-to-back on national television. 82 games is going nowhere from a business standpoint. Let's make those 82 games the best we can by lengthening the season.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, and he was so quick to break on that one. A good sign that he read the play.
The Cavaliers leading by 6. He dishes it to Thompson. Zizic passes to Holmes. He kicks it to Thomas. Holmes with it. Harris is there. Back to Thomas. Off target from outside.
I'll tell you, he's been dry from three-point range in the second quarter after hitting one in the first.
Harris, right side. They get the rebound. Drummond up and in on the layup. Drummond's got 23.
I'll tell you, he's doing everything scoring-wise this period to try to keep them in it.
Thomas a screen. Holmes kicks to Thompson. And it's Thompson with the jam.
Well, Thompson's athleticism allows him to finish with power.
Pistons trail by 6. Here's Galloway. He's coming off a 16-point game against Cleveland. And here comes Thomas leading the fast break. And it's in there. Smith's got 10 points in the game.
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
Beverly dishes to Galloway. Up top, Reed. Beverly with the ball. Picked up by Thompson. Beverly against Thompson. Launches it. That shot, no good. And Cleveland will come the other way. They'll be playing host to Miami for the next game. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. And there's Thompson putting it right back in. Thompson's got 6 here in this quarter.
Thompson, he has such a low, wide base. He is near impossible to fully box out.
Back to Beverly. Reed a screen. 3-pointer. But they'll get another chance. He feeds it to Beverly. Back to Reed. Doubled by Holmes. Reed the pass to Beverly. Banked in off the glass. 10 points for him.
That is really solid low post offense. You cannot waste those chances.
Thomas kicks to Holmes. To the right side. Fires the 3. Rebound on.
I gotta stop shooting threes.
Drummond's got rebound number 19 now. Incredible board work. Beverly with the ball. He's got 10. Reed a screen. The high post shot. And it's Beverly missing. The Cavaliers leading by 8. Thomas kicks to DJ. Now Thompson. 14 points for him. And Thomas has it in the corner. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. For 3, Smith. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. 13 points for Smith.
He nailed 2 from distance in the opening period. Now gets this one.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
And Beverly kicks to Galloway.
My own player stopped me from getting out there.
Downtown. Galloway has got his second bucket of the night.
Boy, that's just great lift on the shot from Galloway. You see the elevation, the follow-through. It's a very repeatable motion. No idea why he's attempting so many outside shots.
Neither do I.
And he needs to either look to drive or get it to an open teammate.
To the middle. It's tipped. Kicks it to Reed. To the wing on the left. Here's Drummond up and in from the low block. Drummond's got 25 points in the game.
Boy, his marksmanship has been unbelievable.
Let's check out my stats. 11 of 32, 2 of 8, 2 of 3. Alright, you know what I'm going to do. That's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to redo it again. Come back with a fresh mind. So I'm going to